Okay, Twilight Dementia. Ooh, probably my favorite song on the CD. That one and Talking to God. Twilight Dementia was, I think, the second song that me and Gary wrote. The first song was actually Bend Over, and after we kind of got Bend Over fairly completed, we thought to ourselves, hey, we should just make an album, and that's pretty much what we did. Even though we didn't have, a singer, a bass player, a keyboard player, a drummer. It's just me and Gary, and drums are programmed, keyboards are programmed. Either I played bass, Gary played bass, or Marcel Yamuni, who was in Vanessa Amorosi's band, played bass for us. Thanks for that, dude. Your slapping on Bend Over is incredible. And he also played bass on Twilight Dementia as well, which was, pretty boring for him, but we're glad he stepped in and did the job. Twilight Dementia. I actually stole the... I stole that vibe, check this out, from a bootleg Dream Theater gig, and it was John Pertucci playing a guitar solo, and in the background the key player played those chords. He played... And I thought, whoa, that sounds really, really cool. I should talk to Gary about, making something around that, which is pretty much what we did, and it's basically just based on an E chord to C. And you'll hear that a lot in metal, especially, where you'll have that interval E to C. It's very easy to play solos over, so shitloads of people use it. So we got started with Twilight Dementia, and the first thing you hear is, of course, that big old insane drum fill. And me and Gary, I think we're drummer. Well, at least I think I am. I'm a drummer that's trapped in a guitar player's body. I love drummers. I love watching them. I'm a closet drummer, but I've got no closet and I got no drum. So, but we always, and that's what we do. We try to program the drums like what we hear our favorite drummers doing, which would be like, oh, excuse me, it's my girlfriend. We're trying to move into a house and we lied to the real estate people. God, it sucks being me. Anyways, so yeah, our favorite drummers here, you can just skip all that shit if you want, or leave it for a blooper segment. Our favorite drummers are people like, people with chops. Gene Hoglan from Strapping Young Lad, Thomas Hack from Meshuggah, Dennis Chambers, Sean Reiner, who used to play with Cynic, and he did a Death album. Just anybody sick and has chops, we love it. And that's when we write drum parts, we're very, Virgil Donati, another guy, but we're very conscious of how a drummer would play those parts and make the parts sound as human as possible. So, with that in mind, the drum solo goes and the riff kicks in, pick slide. It's almost like a chromatic guitar exercise that you would use to warm up, and it's basically... Run this one together. That's it. Alternate picking, starting on a downstroke, down up, down down, down up, down up, down up, down up. Does that for a long time, then your standard G power chord, F sharp or G flat, and F twice. Make sure they're muted or it's not metal. And then Gary came up with a couple of chords to segue into the next part, which is it's like a basic B major to A major, but what he's done is is that what he's done? That's what he's done. Yeah. He's different bass note. So it's like a B note with the C sharp bass note, and then A note with a B bass note. And then we've got It Was the Perfect Night to You on the Beach. And that's, I think this is major 7. I'm really sorry that I don't know the names of my chords, but you know what? It's not that important. Just if you play guitar, just do what I do. That's all. And it's a movable shape. This shape is movable and it sounds good over E. Play all the strings if you like. Gary played all the clean stuff. And you'll actually, in the second Flatstick album, you'll hear that in one song in particular. But yeah, that to that, to that. And that, I think, is an F9. E9 is here, F9 is here. So you got... And that's basically this chord here. Don't know the name of it, I apologize. Can you see it all right? That guy moved up here. And just kind of bend your finger in and get that high E string happening. Gary did it. I wouldn't have bothered, but he's insane. And then the metal kicks in. The keyboard part. E to C. And instead of a C chord like this, it's like a... So instead of there, you incorporate that G bass note. And the keyboard part is something like a... It's actually kind of a good exercise. It's like you're doing a power chord there, use your pinky. Alternate picking, starting on a downstroke, down, up, down, up. Drum roll. Basically, that's the chorus is an F sharp, and it's like an F sharp harmonic minor type thing. Looks like this. F sharp, E, F sharp, and I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if you're familiar with Rush, but they use that chord quite a lot. It's like an F sharp bar chord or power chord. No, F sharp bar chord. You just lift up and let the two. So you've got that happening. On those little motifs, you know, all upstroke. Up, 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 up. All downstroke. And those are just, all those bass notes are just power chorded. Shit. Do it again. And what we wanted to do is we didn't want to keep doing that same little line over and over again. So we changed it on the second one too. And that's... Whoops. Back into that again. Everything pretty much repeats. Even the chorus. And our songs are, you know, just like everybody else, it's kind of like, you know, verse, bridge, chorus, weird part. We always have like a weird part, solo sections. Solo sections is, basically F Lydian, which is, in a nutshell, playing an A minor scale over F. And the notes in this in the rhythm are F, but of course power chorded and muted. second time, you hear me, it's a total Meshuggah thing. You hear me go, while that rhythm is still going. After Gary's solo, goes back into the verse, a chorus, and then the very ending is just E to C forever. Power chord it with the left hand, mute it with the right in here, and that's it for the whole song.